Either we are there or not, ITSPmagazine still gets the best stories. There are plenty of conferences and all sorts of events that spark our curiosity and allow us to start conversations with some of the world's brightest minds. In person or virtually, we sit down with them at the intersection of technology, cybersecurity, and society. Together, we discover what the synergy of these three elements means for the future of humanity. Knowledge is power, now more than ever. CrowdSec, the collaborative and open source cybersecurity solution. Analyze behaviors, respond to attacks, and share signals across the community for free. Let's make the internet safer together. Learn more at crowdsec.net.
EdgeScan offers continuous vulnerability intelligence as a service, accurately identifying vulnerabilities and exposures across the full stack. All threats are verified by cybersecurity experts, providing exploitable risk and remediation guidance, virtually false positive free. Learn more at edgescan.com.
Pantera, the leader in automation security validation, allows organizations to continuously test the integrity of all cybersecurity layers by emulating real-world attacks at scale to pinpoint the exploitable vulnerabilities and prioritize remediation towards business impact. Learn more at www.pantera.io.
Marco.
Sean.
It's a sunny day.
It's cloudy here. I don't know.
Is it cloudy there?
Where are you?
I don't know about that.
No, it's not cloudy, man. I'm in Los Angeles. It's never cloudy here. It's pretty crazy.
Right,
I haven't seen rain in a long time. Yeah.
No clouds in LA.
Cloud.
Everything's on-prem there in LA.
Yeah, everything is on-prem, exactly. Everything is driving. Everybody's driving around. Nobody's flying. No clouds.
That's right.
But there are clouds.
There are clouds. Thankfully, there are clouds because they let us do things that we couldn't do before, including this, right?
But not the fluffy clouds, right? Not the fluffy clouds.
Not those ones.
Okay.
There aren't enough of those in LA. You need the rain. But I mean, clouds make business run. I mean, it wasn't too long ago that they were seen as insecure technologies and people were afraid to move business processes to the cloud. I think that has shifted dramatically, and pretty much everything is in the cloud, and almost everything new starts there and doesn't even go on-prem. With that doesn't mean that you're magically secure, right? There's a lot that goes to making it safe to run in the cloud. And thankfully, there's a whole community that's doing research and sharing knowledge and coming together along with other groups at DEF CON. And I'm thrilled to have Jayesh on representing the Cloud Village for DEF CON 30. It's the 30th anniversary of DEF CON. So Jayesh, thanks for being on.
Hey, thank you, Sean.
And we've not had the chance to connect with the Cloud Village in previous years, so I'm excited to have you on for the first time this year. Could you maybe start with just a few words about who you are, your role with the Village, and some of the things you work on?
Yeah, my name is Jayesh Singh Chauhan. I started Cloud Village in 2019, and I work with a bunch of folks from the community, and we make the Cloud Village happen, like under the umbrella of DEF CON. DEF CON was kind enough to give us the space from 2019 onwards, and it's been a fun journey since then. 2 years after 2019 was the first iteration, and then after that, for 2 years, we were virtual. And we're excited that we are back again in Vegas with the community, where we can physically meet everyone and and create the magic and fun which we created in 2019 and beyond.
Yeah, it's exciting. Every village we've been talking so far, they prepare a lot of things, and everybody's excited to meet again. Give us some teasing, some things that are about to happen there. So, like, our goal today is to tell people, hey, if you're in Las Vegas and you're going to DEF CON, go check out all the villages, to be honest with you, but in this case, the Cloud Village. So what can people expect when they come to the Cloud Village?
So 2019, when we started started with a small room. We had limited capacity there. So now we are in a bigger room. So relatively better capacity. I remember in 2019, last year, folks, because of the limited capacity, people had to stand in line. Like we had more people come in. And if you had to attend an N-1 talk, you have to go outside, stand in line. And then after that, because we will always have more people standing in line to attend a couple of talks, sadly, we had to empty the entire room every year, after every talk, and then refill it with folks who were standing in the queue outside. So that was while it was a sad exercise, but it was something which had to be done. We didn't want people to go out, but it was what it was. This year, we have a bigger room. We have a dedicated CTF space, which has been promised to us. So more people can get into the talks. While more and more folks planning to attend talks, it's a good problem to have. That means we are basically, we are doing a good job in bridging the gap of providing a community, a space to people, where they can attend talks about offensive and cloud and defensive cloud security. And that is what Cloud Village is about. It does give us, this year we have a dedicated CTF space as well. So folks who want to, one of the fun things about CTFs is you get to work with people together. You get to look at Easter eggs. You get to look at pitfalls, and you get to discuss that. So that's going to be there. This year we have worked hard towards squeezing as many talks as we could, and I'm glad to say we have in total 24 sessions, 16 talks, 4 tool demos, 2 lightning talks, and 2 workshops. And all the workshops, workshops happen. We generally like to do them at the end of the day. So on Friday and Saturday, the last sessions would be workshops, so that if they extend a little bit also, it's all right. People get enough and ample amount of time. What else? We have a CTF in place, which goes on for continuous 50 hours. So it starts with the village on 12th August, 10 a.m. It goes all the way till 12 p.m., 14th August, and you can play 24/7. So you're just not limited to the time talks are going on. You can play at your leisure time. I've been told people prefer doing it with a couple of drinks, and I think that's when Vegas really hits Vegas to people in the night. And there's a team of folks in Cloud Village who are working around the clock to make sure that the CTF is up. If there are any questions or queries, folks can always tweet to us or reach out to us over Discord and have fun with it. Well, so we have got more number of Cloud Village badges this year to give away, so we can support more of badge life culture in DEF CON.
I love the badges. Describe one of the badges, Jayesh.
Badges is it's Cloud Village logo with LED lights on it. We've kept it simple, but we wanted to add a little bit of pretty small amount of flair to it. So there are 4, if you look at Cloud Village logo, there are 4 legs to it. So we've kept red LED on the exterior and the blue in the in the interior of it, so that it just signifies a bit of red and blue in the security community. We've got a fun lanyard. So I was traveling around last year, and I love looking into cultures, and I came across these fun lanyards which are very prominent in Tibetan culture, Buddhism, and that talks about it is around 5 colors of flags which are there in place in Buddhism, and those are about spreading the positive vibe. And I was like, hey, why not? This is something which I want Cloud Village to be a part of, and we've made it happen. So that's there.
I love it, connecting the human element to the cloud. It's fantastic. Yeah. And tell me, when you say the word cloud, there's so much there, right? public cloud, private cloud. You can roll in containers there. There's all the different AAS layers that you can choose. Where does the Cloud Village start and stop with respect to all the different elements?
So the essential foundation on which we are creating at Cloud Village is public, private, any cloud service provider, everything is part of Cloud Village essentially. So security has always been about, for me, and I think in general, it's about abuse of functionality. And cloud just provides you a plethora of functionalities in place, and they keep adding every year. And there has, like, Cloud Village for us is a place where you can keep up with the issues which are popping up along with these functionalities, and look at the offensive side, understand it, and then do the defensive side as well. Because it's just like, while it's so much cool and fun to exercise the offensive side of security, the defense is something which is an element which has to be there. So and as services keep getting added, like for example, container Kubernetes, as they kept getting adopted by cloud, the security of those, the offensive and the defensive side also become part of the whole cloud ecosystem. So for us, there is no fine line we have drawn. It's as long as it is about cloud infrastructure, that's part of the Cloud Village, and like you can come and discuss it, and that's what it is about. It's a space for folks to come, have fun, learn, and enjoy.
Yeah, I mean, while I think about DEF CON and the entire cybersecurity as a big community that always come together, I mean, unfortunately, even in these 2 years of pandemic, we found a way to come together. We use technology. We're still using it, and to record even this. And but the cloud, for me, when I think about the cloud security, the community, for some reason, it seems very relevant, because, as you say, there is a lot. There's no walls in the cloud. I mean, I'm making a kind of a joke here, but the problem can come from every corner. So tell me about the value and the importance of having this community meet together in a place like Las Vegas at DEF CON, and then carrying this relationship, even when you're not there, like the community value.
So let me put it this way. As we know, over the years, we have seen the cloud adoption being one of the driving factor for businesses, IT space to grow exponentially. And while bigger companies, like the bigger players, are adopting it, like banks are adopting it, a lot of startups are just born in cloud. They start from there, and it can be your AWS, your GCP, your Azure, any cloud service provider. Security in general for startups or for newcomers can take a backseat, and with the village, how it bridges and when the backseat is there, right? Like while you're building stuff, it is still like the idea, like the reason we have DEF CON, the reason we have cloud village is to propagate security and the issues which can come up with the functionalities you're using. This gap with Cloud Village gets bridged because there's a lot of like research which gets showcased folks who for some reason are not able to showcase their work in DEF CON main track, and they have because while they try to squeeze everyone in, there is always like some research which people would want to know, but cannot make it there. Cloud Village provides a space for that. And there's a lot of in the community, more often than not, I've seen like a lot of open source culture around security being brought up, and we obviously don't have space for we don't have vendor pitch. We have either you share a research, or you talk about an open source tool, or you talk about an approach via which you got security in place, or you tackled a particular vulnerability in your cloud environment or infrastructure. This helps those, while it helps bigger firms look at the brighter side of how security problems can be solved via open source. It also gives a good boost to startups and newcomers to just take these concepts, take these open source tools, and just push it in your system so that you're not like leaving security behind while you're building your business, while you're building your company. And this is where I see it bridges a lot of major gaps and helps creating a better, secure cloud ecosystem for firms across.
Yeah, I love that. And I think the culture is driven not by kind of containing yourself or looking inward all the time, but actually looking outward. And I want to understand how you view the bigger, Marco calls it the what is it, the village of villages, Marco, something like that. The big village contains all the other villages.
Pretty much, that's the idea.
Because I see there's the talk on CI, so CI/CD, and there's a talk on red teaming, and I'm just thinking a cloud on its own isn't much, right? There are apps in it and business logic and a bunch of data, and so in which then you have to worry about privacy. So I'm wondering, how much interaction do you have with some of the other villages, like the AppSec village or the Red Team village, or which I think they changed their name, or the Policy village, for example, and or at least some of the concepts from those villages, like I saw in a couple of talks. How does that all come together for you?
So there is. So we villages within each other, we stay connected, we are approachable. We've never really thought that far that that we can get villages intertwined between each other. There is like no clear dependency on it, but we do share, like if sometimes like there is a talk which is more aligned towards Recon Village, for example, we'll pass it along because like if we get something in the CFP that way, right, we pass along. We have frankly never really put a lot of thought into this, that how like as you said, village of like villages, we've never really thought about it. We're just going to focus on what cloud brings in, what we can achieve out of it. And the idea is that whether we do it, any other village does it, the idea is all the villages are basically creating an ecosystem where folks can come and feel whole, feel that they belong, and they can learn without really worrying about the skill set they have. You can come in as a total beginner or an expert, and you will find someone who can talk to you or you can interact with. Right, that's my thought process so far. And I've seen recently like I've seen always villages are always like supporting each other, because we are pretty much in the same boat. We are not doing this as part of our, like, we are doing this because we want to create that ecosystem for folks, and it doesn't matter whether it's Cloud Village or it's Recon Village or any other village, right? Like, why I say Recon is like, I know like the guy who runs Recon Village is like is a good buddy of mine, and that's why the first name is popping up for him, like for me, and he was very instrumental in helping me kickstart like Cloud Village as well, Shubham Mittal. But yeah, the same goes for any other village. I remember in 2019 when we were just starting, Sean from like IoT Village folks, they reached out to me and they were like, "Hey, we are in Flamingo. You are in Flamingo as well. Like, we know you're new. If like, let us know if you need any help." And that was very sweet. And that spirit is what villages are all about. And that's how we look at it. Whether we do it, someone else does it. The idea is we're all together in this.
Absolutely. And I think either you do it intentionally or not, the ecosystem is there. And the good witness of this is the fact that any attendee that comes there is not just going to come for one village. It's not going to be like, yeah, I'm going to go watch that movie and then I'm going to go back home. You go and hop from one to another. Maybe there is a talk that you like going on in one village. Hopefully you can get in, and then maybe you have a buddy that is running another village or another talk, and that's the beauty, and that's why, Sean, just to highlight the way you envision it, is almost like they're all connected. It's like a web of villages that create an entire village that, if you look at from above, is all interconnected. So I get a little creative with this stuff. So, Sean, I think our goal is always to invite people to go and visit these villages. I mean, you've gone all the way to Vegas. Take the opportunity to introduce to each other and support these villages.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, hat off to you, Jayesh, and the rest of the crew there that helped pull us together. I mean, it's a full agenda, and it seems to be something for everybody, regardless of the cloud platform you're using, regardless on which hat you wear, red or blue, or I don't know if it's hat, but which color you wear, red or blue or purple, or if you've never done anything and you're just curious what's going on with the cloud and everything connected to it. Lots of good stuff here, and sessions and workshops and CTF, which I think people can connect to CTF even if they're not physically in the
yes. So the registrations are already open. We opened it up today, like 9:30 a.m. we open it up.
Nice.
Folks can register. The CTF starts at 10 a.m. 12th of August when the village starts. And we do have have fun. We do have prizes for the top 3 teams. Sending it to remote folks would it's going to be if a team who's playing it remotely wins it, it's going to be a little tricky, but we'll figure it out. You just have to be patient with us.
Yeah.
And
I think we've solved other problems bigger.
Yeah. And one thing I forgot, we have some t-shirts for the community to give away as well. So we will tweet about that and for the badges as well, and folks can reach out.
Gotta love badge life and swag. Well, Jayesh, I'm glad you made it to Las Vegas safe and sound. Want to thank you for joining us for this chat on the road to Hacker Summer Camp, and wishing you and the rest of the team there huge success in the Cloud Village. And for everybody listening, there'll be links in the show notes for the village, everything that Jayesh wants to share, the CTF reg. I don't know if there's a Discord, all that stuff we'll put in the show notes so folks can connect with you. And of course, links to Jayesh himself, so you can connect with him online too. So thanks again, Jayesh, and thanks everybody for listening.
Yeah, thank you, Sean and Marco, and I'm glad for the opportunity DEF CON has given us, all of us, to connect. And feel free to send folks to Cloud Village. We'd love to have them, and this was a pleasure.
Pantera, the leader in automation security validation, allows organizations to continuously test the integrity of all cybersecurity layers by emulating real-world attacks at scale to pinpoint the exploitable vulnerabilities and prioritize remediation towards business impact. Learn more at www.pantera.io.
EdgeScan offers continuous vulnerability intelligence as a service, accurately identifying vulnerabilities and exposures across the full stack. All threats are verified by cybersecurity experts, providing exploitable risk and remediation guidance, virtually false positive free. Learn more at edgescan.com.
CrowdSec, the collaborative and open source cybersecurity solution. Analyze behaviors, respond to attacks, and share signals across the community for free. Let's make the internet safer together. Learn more at crowdsec.net. We hope you enjoyed this episode of our on-location conversation. If you learned something new and this podcast made you think, then share ITSPmagazine.com with your friends, family, and colleagues. If you represent a company and wish to associate your brand with our conversations, sponsor one or more of our podcast channels. We hope you will come back for more stories and follow us on our journey. You can always find us at the intersection of technology, cybersecurity, and society.